Hello everybody out there, Mark Patterson, NCKFA. Want to take a moment, maybe a little bit more than a moment, want to take some time to talk about King of the Beach. It's coming up this Saturday, May the 18th. We're very excited, very excited. This bird's very excited too. Very excited about having everybody out. Want to go over a couple of things, well, several things actually, that'll make the experience better for you and for us, for everybody involved, including water rescue and everybody helping with parking and things. So here we go. Number one, the most important thing out there is your safety, and we want everybody to know that we are about helping each other out. Sure, we all want to win, we all want the Viking Kayak, we all want to be king of the beach. That's cool, that's great, but really what we want to do is work together to catch as many king mackerel as we can out there, assuming that the king mackerel portion is a go, and I'll cover that in a minute. But if you see somebody struggling, ask them, do they want help unloading, help getting their kayak over the beach on their wheels. If people forget the wheels, get your kayak out there, come back and help them out. We're all working together. If you're catching bait, somebody else may not be catching bait, help them out. Let's all work together, have a good time, have fun. Just do the best you can to be the guy that you want to see out on the water is basically what I'm saying. So that's very important. We all, again, want to win. We all want to be, have our name on the crown and take home the golden accent paddle. But don't leave your honor and your dignity in the truck. Bring that out there with you. Help everybody out. Work together. All support one another. Have a good time and have fun. Number two, make sure that you check before you unload all the stuff, your gear, that we're going to be able to go and fish the ocean that day. Right now we're looking pretty good. We'll see what the weather changes, how it goes. But what we're going to do is we'll set up a tent and a table on the beach. You can park. You'll see signs to park you around in the little lot around the corner. There'll be plenty of parking, no problem there. But it's a pretty good roll to the beach, maybe 500 yards. But it's on the pavement, and then you just roll them over. But again, before you pull your kayak, walk up to the scorer's table. See me or one of the other officials there, find out, hey, are we going to do this, or are we going to go to the backup side, redfish side, and have King of the Marsh? No need to do all that work, and then you have to load it back up. So just ask. We're going to know in the morning pretty early, and I'll cover that too. So that's important. Also, Spanish is our backup fish should we get in the ocean. So that means if nobody catches a king mackerel, which hopefully we're all going to catch them, but if nobody does, what's going to happen is the largest Spanish wins, second is second, third is third. Keep that in mind planning your strategy. If redfish is our fish because the ocean's closed due to weather, it's public launch only, no private launch, and all the rules apply that are oceanside, and we'll cover that in the captain's meeting there. But it's public launch only, no private. Some things you have to have for this event. You should have this at all events, but we're certainly going to make sure you have them for this one. You're going to have a PFD, and you're going to have it on at all times. You're going to have a VHF radio. We'll have a big whiteboard there, tell everybody what channel we're on, so that you know. We're going to give you water rescue channel as well as phone numbers if that's what they want to do. Normally it's just a VHF, but that's what we'll do. So you're going to have PFD, VHF radio. You're going to have a flag of some type so that you're easier to see out there in the water. Make sure you have your flag and your light. I know this is a daytime event, but we're going to put your light on there anyway, just to make sure that should something go crazy, we have a little difficulty finding you, or strange weather moves in, it's easier to see with the light. So PFD, VHF, flag, and a light. Whistle, you got to have a noise-making device by law. Keep a whistle in your pocket or air horn. Again, this is in the rules, so make sure you have them. We're going to check. The captain's meeting will be at 7 a.m. You can get there whenever you want. We'll be there earlier to check and make sure that we're a go on the beach, but the captain's meeting is going to be at 7. People will say, well, why not at 6? Why not at 6:30? Because we got to have water rescue out on the beach. We got to have them able to deploy. We got to have really good light should there be any problems. And they're going to be boaters in the ocean too. So again, got to be careful out there in the ocean. We'd rather sacrifice 30 minutes for safety. So we're going to have a 7 a.m. captain's meeting on the beach. After that, you'll be able to go. So that'll give you plenty of time if you get there at 6, 6:15, 6:30 to check and make sure that we're having it on the beach side. Time to get your kayaks over. I'll be hanging around. I'm always the last guy to launch. So if you're a little bit later, we can hang around. Ed Parrish will be there too once I launch in case you get there late. He can help you out. But that's what we need. We're also going to get you to fill out some forms, your regular waiver. But in addition to that, we're going to need a contact information. We're going to need your truck license plate. We're going to need a lot of information extra just to make sure that you are off the water safe at the end of the day. We're going to tell you, pretty sure we're going to have a 3 p.m. check-in at the scorer's table. You have to be out of the water by 3 p.m. or you're DQ'd. Don't kid around. We're able to do this event because of the wonderful work that the Oak Island Water Rescue does. We need you back by 3, whether you've caught fish or not, so that they can go home and we know that you're safe and back on the beach. That's the most important thing, is your safety. So again, we're going to have signs out to park you, help you park. I'll be out there in a bright shirt like the Atkins Slam shirt. Ed will be out there. We'll have some other guys out there in bright shirts directing everybody where to park. So please obey all parking areas. Don't park where it says township parking only unless you have a township decal. Obviously, the town knows we're having this event, so they're going to check. So make sure you don't park there. Don't park in front of any stop signs. They'll ticket you for that also, for blocking the view of the stop sign. Give them plenty of room. But again, it shouldn't be an issue, but I just want to give you some advice. Follow all the rules and regulations. And lastly, well, not lastly, but almost lastly, I want to cover some safety issues that you may or may not think about. Number 1, always bring more water than you think you're going to need. Make sure you have a couple extra water bottles in your hatch, behind you, under the seat. You're going to get thirstier than you think, so make sure you have some water and you stay hydrated. Make sure you have your drain plugs in. Every year, someone, and I try to walk behind and check everybody's kayaks to make sure they're in, but make sure you have your drain plugs fully screwed in. It doesn't take much of a drain plug not to be fully in for your boat to start filling up with water. It's embarrassing for you. It's dangerous for you. Just don't let that happen. Check your drain plug. Make sure you have a gaff. Should you hook a king mackerel, which we hope you do, they're going to be cobia out there too, or a big Spanish. Make sure you have a gaff that can handle the work to get that fish in. Make sure you have your fishing license. I'm sure wildlife will be out there. Hopefully they will. It just adds to our safety. And occasionally they'll check a kayaker here or there. Make sure you have your fishing license. That's all up to date. Also, make sure you have a change of clothes and a dry towel. Should you get wet going out, so wet that you need to come back, you can quickly go back to your truck or bring a dry bag on that side and dry off, change, and re-enter the ocean. But make sure you bring a change of clothes. Make sure you bring a little bit more food than you think you're going to eat because you're going to get hungry out there. Also, if you're in a pedal boat, make sure you tether that prop or whatever device, it's a drive system, to your kayak. Should you turn over or turtle in the surf, you want to make sure you get that drive back. They're expensive, so tether that to it. Bring a paddle, even if you're in a pedal boat. Sometimes weird things happen. You may need that paddle to get back in. Apply your sunscreen. Do that in the car before you get out of the car so you don't forget. Do that in the morning before you launch. Make sure you cover your face and your hands, and we don't want to see any raccoons coming out of the ocean. It's going to be bright, hopefully, a lot of reflective light. Cover your ankles and your legs. They're going to get burned up too. Sunscreen. And probably one of the most important things is don't go out with hooks exposed. No matter how calm it is, you jump in the kayak. If you've got a crankbait or a swim bait and you've got 2 or 3 treble hooks on there, when you jump in that kayak, you reach and you grab it. You grab those treble hooks, or they get you in the leg or the thigh or the shoulder, or should you come in, you have hooks on, or your king mackerel rig. It can take a really, really fun day and make it a very bad day. So either wrap your hooks in those hook saver bags or whatever they're, lure savers to protect them, or simply just don't have them on until you get out and then just tie them out there on the water. So I hope that should cover most of the things you need to know. We look forward to seeing you on Saturday the 18th at King of the Beach. Again, be safe, have fun, help your fellow fishermen out there. They're going to help you out, work together. See you on Saturday.